Hello guys, welcome back. In this video, let's talk about Amazon Bedrock. I haven't created videos about Amazon Bedrock before, but let's get into this kind of videos also. How the video will proceed is I will first show you the UI of or the console of Amazon Bedrock itself. And after that, I will show you how to create a simple chat using the models from the Amazon Bedrock. So there is little bit different kind of approach we need to take, because although we are using the models or LLMs from Amazon, we are not using the APIs as other platforms, right? I will show you how you can do that also. So yeah, if you are into these kind of things, let's get started. So yeah, I am now in the console of Amazon Bedrock. So I assume that you have AWS account. That does not cover in this video, but I hope you have, and it's not that hard also. You can create an AWS account. If you need help, then there are many resources out there, right? And what you can do is, once you are in the AWS console here, similar to this, you can go to this search icon and search for Amazon Bedrock. If I do here, let's say just Bedrock, you can see there is Amazon Bedrock. You can go inside this, and here there is get started. So you can see this is the, let's say, the landing page, and on the left side there are different things that you can go through, and here is the foundational models, build and test, and all the different things. But first thing, I have already requested the model access, but if you are completely new, what you need to do is you need to go to this model access part. And now, as you can see, I have already requested the access, and access has been granted. It will take a couple of minutes to get access granted. What you need to do is first there will be this model access part, and you need to provide some instructions what you want to do. Once that is done, then all the access will be granted and you can use the models. You can just go and use some of the models that you want to use, or you can just request access to many models and you can use one of those based on that. First thing is that. Next thing, then you can just go here and explore different things. So there is the overview part, as I showed you before. Also there is the foundational models, there is the playground for the chart, text, and the image if you want to go with that. And there is also some of the examples here. You can see you can choose the models here, and there is the prompt here. And the good part here is on the top you can see source in examples, provider, you can choose which provider you want to go with, what is the modality, text and images, and also the use cases. For example, you have some use case about code generations, then you can just go with the code generation, and you can see the models that are based in the code generation are being shown here. And on the side here you can see this is the code generation, there is the prompt here. If you scroll a little bit down, there is the response also. If you scroll a little bit down, then you can see what is the model ID that you can use. So this is the model ID you can use, and this is the API request that you can make with this particular model. This is the easiest way to use the latest model from the console into the code. I will show you that in the later half of this video. And there is the providers, as I just said you before. Also there are different providers. So there is the Titan by Amazon itself, and then there is other models. So there is Titan models, and then there are different things here. So there is G1 Lite, there is G1 text, there is image generator, and if you click here there is also the multimodal embeddings, Premiere, and there are many things, and this might be coming more in the future also. Now if you want to go to the foundational part, there is the base models. You can see there are also the Cloud 3 Sonnet, Cloud 3 Haiku, and so on. But again, one thing to notice here is also you need to be careful in choosing these region also here, because when you go into the Amazon Bedrock for the first time, it will ask you to choose the region from where you can assess the models. Because if you see here, some of the things are deemed here, right? Meaning that this Bedrock is not available in those regions. So you need to be careful, because that is one biggest issue that people face. People try to use different models, and not all the models are being provided in different regions. So there might be some error when you run the API call, and you might be not thinking about, okay, I need to choose the right region, right? That is one issue that I have faced, or I have faced myself, as well as I have seen some other people also asking the questions, okay, why my API call is not providing the response. Be careful with the regions also. And this North Virginia is the one where most of the advanced developments, let's say in the Bedrock, happens. If they want to provide some additional resources, it happens mainly in the US regions. So always go with the North Virginia if you want to see the latest informations. So yeah, and now there is the custom models also that you can do. There is imported models that you can import here. There is the playground, similar to the OpenAI's playground. Here is also the playground. If you go to the chat, you can see here, you can select the models from here. There are different providers and the models, and you can see all the different things. And there is the text also, the playground. Again, the same thing, you need to choose the models first. And there is also the image here, and again the same thing, you can choose the models. And you can see that the based on chat, text and image, the model providers are already being selected there, right? You can choose among those. Let's say if you go to the Stability AI, you can choose this model, you can choose on demand, and you can do apply. Or if you go to the Amazon, there is Titan image generator, and if you click this, if you go here, there is on demand, and you can apply. You can go here and play around with different things. And now there is the guardrails, and there is the watermark detection and so on. I'm not going to cover that in this video. In next video, I will be going through the knowledge base and how you can create the knowledge base from the console itself and have the conversation with your document. After that, I will create another video about the agents also, where you can use different knowledge bases and some additional things on top of the agent, right? And maybe in the future I might also create videos related to guardrails and other model evaluation. But my plan now is to create 3 videos. One, the video that I'm creating now, the second one with the knowledge base, and the third with the agents. And both of that will be in the console of AWS itself. So yeah, this is all here. You can just go here and see all the different things. You can go here and try. So this is one thing. Now the next thing that I have been saying you, let me go here and go to the GitHub. So here is the LangChain Bedrock Chainlit. Simple Chainlit UI for running LLMs from AWS Bedrock and LangChain. What you need to do here is, of course, clone this repository, and all the instruction is being shown here. You can git clone this one, go inside this folder and create the virtual environment and activate it. And if you want to have the LangSmith also with the LangChain, then you can watch my LangSmith video how to set up the environments. But if you just create a project in LangSmith and provide these environment variables, it will be reflected there. So I will be also using these things. And another thing, why I will not be showing you how to set up the environment and so on. But if I go here, you can see first you need to install the AWS CLI in your computer. If you go to this link, I will provide the link in the description of the video, but you need to install or update to the latest version of the AWS. All the instructions are shown here for the Linux, for Mac OS and for Windows. Please follow this first to install the AWS CLI. I will show you in my terminal. Okay, I have already cloned and created the virtual environment and activated it, as you can see here. And I can say here AWS -- version. And here there is AWS CLI 2.1536. The first part is completed, right? And the next part is you need to configure the AWS profile. There are different ways how you can. What does this mean is you need to talk somehow to the AWS account that you have from your CLI. So for that you need to configure the AWS CLI so that it can talk with the console from the command line itself, right? For that there are different ways how you can do that, but then you can go to this documentation, and I recommend you to go with this AWS configure command. So if you go down here, there is AWS configure, and also the example would be if you just go here and if you say AWS configure, this is one example what I have been doing. is if you run AWS configure -- profile, and you can give any names, and if you run enter, it will ask you the AWS SS key ID and the secret key and the region that you want to use. The region, as I said you before, also choose the one which has the Bedrock enabled, so it's working in your API call also. If you have any problems, please go through the documentation. This is out of the scope of this video, but you know now that you need to have the CLI installed and you need to configure your AWS profile. That is 2 steps. So then create and activate virtual environment. That one, of course, it can be done before or after, it does not matter, because this configuring the AWS CLI can be done in your system machine, not in the virtual environment also. And then we need to go inside the folder, install necessary packages, write code and run the Chainlit, right? Let me go there now. Now I have already activated the virtual environment. As I said before, I will do Control C, cancel this now. I will go to my VS Code. I will open this code in the VS Code. It will take some time to open in the VS Code. Probably in the next window it will be opening, so I will bring it here. So yeah, as you can see here, there is the .env. What is in the .env? These LangChain things, as I said you before, to track the traces into the LangSmith. And please watch my LangSmith video for this if you want to implement this. This is optional, you don't need to implement this. And other things are here. What is the requirements? LangChain, Chainlit and Boto3. So why Boto3? To connect into the AWS console. LangChain, of course, we are using LangChain, and then the Chainlit because we want to create the UI out of Chainlit. And then if you go to this LangChain Bedrock Chainlit, I have explained this simple code many times. You can follow the documentation of Chainlit also. This is normal importing things here. And then when the chat start, okay, we want to have, okay, hello there, I am Titan LLM for AWS Bedrock, because I'm going to experiment the Titan model. And this is the LLM. I'm using the model, as you can see here, the Bedrock, and I'm using the Bedrock from a LangChain community LLMs. So I'm going to use the YouTube profile here and the model ID. And the question might be, from where did I get this model ID? Right? As I said you before, I can show you in the UI also here. If you go to these examples, and here are the different models, right? But then there is just the name of the different models. How can you know how to put that in the API? As I showed you before, for example, let's go to this one, and if you scroll a little bit down, you can see here there is the name model ID, and from here you can get the model ID. So for different models you can get the model ID and play around with that. That is what I'm doing here, right? And then there is just the initial things. There is the model part. There is just the prompt template I'm using. You are a helpful, knowledgeable assistant. Please provide answer responsibly. And then there is the question as normal, and I'm using this runnable as prompt model and output parser. And you can just pass the runnable. And this is the when message, meaning that when you ask the questions what to do, right? It will just take this runnable first. You will get the runnable from the session, and then we have the content, and we do the chunking part, and we are just using the LangChain callback handler. That is how you can create the simple Chainlit application. So how to run this? We can just go here and run Chainlit, run LangChain -- bedrock _ the name of the file. So you can see here, this is the LangChain _ bedrock _ chainlit.py. And this -w, it reloads if you want to change something in the code itself. So if I run this one, what it does is, you can see it loads the environment variables automatically. And now it says no module name LangChain, because what we did is, I think we didn't install the packages in this virtual environment. Let me install this. Okay, pip3 install requirements.txt. Let's see if that was the case. And now we can run the file again. It should work. Okay, it says no module name LangChain community. What we can do also, one good part here is also, if you go to the requirements.txt, for example, if you install the LangChain, it should install the LangChain community. For example, if I go here and say pip show LangChain, it will show us the version of the LangChain, and it says here, okay, requires this and this. Okay, there isn't LangChain community. What we can do, one thing is we can go here and say LangChain community, right? I will save this one, and what I can do here is I can say pip3 install things. So now, okay, it is installing the LangChain community. Once this is done, we should be able to run it. Right now, if I do pip show LangChain, it should show me here, okay, required by LangChain community. So right, this is how you can see which dependency is on which library and so on. So now if I run Chainlit, run this, it should work. So you can see it is listening in the port 8000, and now it is here. Hello there, I'm Titan LLM from AWS Bedrock, how can I help you? So you can just go here and ask the questions. I can say, okay, what is Bedrock? Explain me in one sentence, right? So then it will go through the API call and it will show you the answer. Okay, Bedrock is the solid and underlying layer of earth crust. You can see it does not know the Bedrock that is from AWS, right? So asking the questions might be also good. Now what I can do, I can just copy this, and here I will ask the same question but with this AWS Bedrock, right? So the good idea is also here, if you ask the right questions, it will give you the right answer. Now it says here AWS Bedrock is a managed service that makes foundational models from leading AI startups and Amazon's own Titan models available through API. Just go here and ask the questions as you want. So yeah, that's all I wanted to show you in this particular video. I hope now you get the idea how to go through the Amazon Bedrock console itself, play around with it, see, because there are so many examples also here, as I said you, and just go there, explore different things, use the models using LangChain and Chainlit. That's a simple thing that we can do. So the next video will be about these knowledge bases and the agents. I hope you learned something new in this video. Thank you for watching and see you in the next video.